nice truth, just you and me. Freedom ain't cheap.
Do we have sound? We do.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're not going to have technical difficulties, but we have to do technical stuff here. All right. And I'm taller than Kim.
Everybody's taller than I am.
Connected to Linda, I found.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and beyond its rim the North Star's still yet through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that for the land of the free and the
All right, thank you. Thank you, Linda. She waits. I thought I was short or lower than my friend. That's okay. Now, Linda Blakely is a committee woman from Pennsauken, and we thank her very much. We are very grateful to have such beautiful talent and such an active member of our committee. So I want to thank Linda very much for with that, I'm going to ask Nicole Nance to come up and do our opening prayer.
Good evening, everyone. Let's pray. Father, tonight we thank you for this gathering. We thank you for safety. Father, we thank you for keeping us under your shelter. I declare Psalms 91 over everyone here tonight. Thank you for this gathering. Thank you for the state of New Jersey. God, we bless our state. We bless our land. We thank you for every candidate from Governor Chitterelli to everyone winning their race. Lord, by your power, we believe that New Jersey is already turning around. So therefore, Father, for God, for country, for our family, we believe you for an exceptional win and an upset to our enemies. We declare peace in New Jersey. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Nicole Nance. You may be seated. Are you okay? Okay. We're going to do this program a little bit out of order because the hardest working campaigner in the state of New Jersey is with us this evening. Soon to be our Governor, Jack Ciarelli. I just want to say just maybe two things before we get started. I met and I'm hiding here behind this podium. So, I met Jack Chitterelli 6 years ago when I ran for Camden County Surrogate. I can tell you that if we had an event, Jack Chitterelli was there. He has always supported me and my colleagues. He has always supported Camden County. He has supported South Jersey. And I have worked with, you've heard me say this before, I have worked with many, many candidates and many, many gubernatorial candidates. And Jack Chitterelli is by far the hardest working of them all. We are all grateful for everything that he's doing for us. What I tell people is, among other things, I don't care where you were 8 years ago, or where you were 4 years ago, or where you were earlier this year. We are all on team Jack Chitterelli. We are all working our butts. We are all doing everything humanly possible to make sure that Jack Chitterelli becomes the next governor of the state of New Jersey. And I know Jack will speak a little bit about this in a couple of minutes. We have about 3 weeks before mail-in ballots are sent out. We have about 6 weeks before early voting. Guys, we need every single one of you to take the day off on November 4th. We need every single person to be all hands on deck, because I can tell you from 5 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, and maybe later, I don't know when this man sleeps, I have no idea. But this gentleman works every single minute of every single day for all of us. And we need to pull out all the stops. It is all hands on deck for Jack Chitterelli, because Jack is the only person who can turn New Jersey around for all of us. There's so much more to say, but of course, this is not Jack's last stop this evening, so I'm going to turn over the mic to Jack Chitterelli. Thank you so much for being here.
Let's hear it for the chairwoman. Kim, thank you for the job you're doing. We started out the day, I got picked up, where's my trooper? We got picked up at 6:30 a.m. this morning. We started out in Somerset. We went up to Morris. From Morris, we went over to Passaic. We stopped in Bergen, and then we went to Essex. And it's great to be back in Camden County. As you know, it's not my first visit, nor will it be my last. I'll be back before Election Day 1 or 2 times, and we're coming back after Election Day when we win the governorship of the state of New Jersey. This is going to go by like a blink of an eye. I mean, after today, 67 days. This feels so very different from the primary 15 months. At times, it could feel like a slog, to be honest with you. But you wake up the day after the primary, and it's 4.5 months to go, and we're down to 67 days. And as you all know, it's going to really heat up after Labor Day. Then it starts moving at warp speed. But we are locked and loaded, and we've been very successful with our fundraising. And I will tell you, as I go around this state, I only have 2021 to compare it to. I really thought we were going to pull it out in 2021. I knew it was going to be close, but this time feels different. And it's not just Republicans. Everywhere I go, it's unaffiliated, it's independent, it's moderate Democrats are crying out for change in the state. To give you an example of that, recently I'm up in Dover, Morris County. What's the significance of Dover, Morris County? That is the heart of my opponent's congressional district. And in walks the mayor of Dover and endorses me on NJTV. Why is that significant? He's a Democrat. And we're finding that wherever we go, people have had it all across the land. So I'm excited. Of course, on that particular day in Dover, we had a whole lot of fun when there's a particular woman that walked into our Chitterelli for Governor rally, not realizing what the hell she had walked herself into. And when she realized it was a Chitterelli for Governor rally, she came on over to me and kind of defiantly started shaking her finger at me and said, I want you to know something. Mikey Sherrill's my congresswoman. I really like the job she's doing representing me in Washington, D.C. And I said, ma'am, that's why I'm here. You vote for me, I'll make sure she stays your congresswoman. There was a pregnant pause, and then she looked up at me and says, I think I might like you. I said, well, that's what this is all about. Let me tell you what we're going to start doing right after Labor Day. My opponent is trying to portray herself as some type of centrist, moderate Democrat. She's anything but. This is somebody to the left of AOC. This is somebody that supported Joe Biden's open border policies. Somebody that supported all of his economic policies that made everything that we buy more expensive. This is somebody that voted no on the Laken-Riley Act. Let me see if I get this. You came here illegally, crime number 1. While you're here, you broke the law, crime number 2. we're not going to detain and deport you. She voted no on that bill. This mother of two daughters voted yes twice to allow biological males to play in female sports. That's one of those 80-20 issues here in New Jersey. This is somebody who was guilty of breaking federal law on stock trades and stock reporting, someone that sits on the Armed Services House Committee and was trading defense stocks. Look it up. It's right in the New York Times. Somebody that supports us being a sanctuary city, us being a sanctuary state. Somebody who voted no on President Trump's budget bill, the one that allows us to deduct up to $40,000 of our property taxes, the one that doubles the child care tax credit for couples with young children, the one that doesn't tax tips, Social Security, and overtime, the one that provides a magnificent tax credit to those who send their kids to private school. She voted no. This is somebody that endorsed the Socialist Democrat out of New York, Mondami. And last week he returned the favor and he endorsed her. You know what the problem is? She doesn't get it. Just like John Corzine, who came here from Illinois, he didn't get it. Phil Murphy came here from Massachusetts. He doesn't get it. She's not from New Jersey. Chairwoman, I got a really neat idea. How about we elect the Jersey guy? Now prepare yourself for the next 67 days, because no matter what happens, she's going to blame it on President Trump. You can hit a pothole on the way home tonight, okay? Pothole on the way home, and you get a flat. She's going to blame Donald Trump. She's going to remind you every single day that she's a woman. Chairwoman Stewart asked me to remind all of you that I'm a man. She's going to tell you every day she's a mother of four. I'll remind you I'm a father of four. She's going to tell you she's an attorney. I'll tell you I'm a CPA. She's going to tell you she knows how to run a helicopter. I'm telling you here now, she doesn't know a damn thing about running the state of New Jersey. She doesn't. And after we tell the people of New Jersey who my opponent really is, we're going to talk about what we're going to do. Because people don't just want to hear what you have to say about your competition. They want to hear what your ideas are. So here you go. On day one, executive order number 1. No town in this state will be a sanctuary city, and we will not be a sanctuary state. Executive order number 2, we're bringing back to work our state workers. They're working from home post-pandemic. Have you tried getting somebody on the phone? Have you tried getting your issues resolved? Do you know in Florida, you can walk into a DMV tomorrow and walk out an hour later with your real ID? Here in New Jersey, call up for an appointment for your real ID. They're putting you off till November. We're getting our people back to work. They work for us. Also on day 1, I appoint an attorney general that supports both police and parents here in the state of New Jersey. Now, what does that mean exactly when it comes to police? Cashless bail has been a failure. It's created professional criminals who've learned, Cindy, how to game the system. Talk to your local cops. Arrest, release, repeat is real, and it's demoralizing. We need to get rid of cashless bail, and while my attorney general will support parents, we're getting rid of policy 5756. This notion of school districts keeping secrets from parents is immoral, it's indecent, it's wrong, and it's dangerous. Today, I was at the Homeschool Association press conference about 100 yards from Lady Liberty, hosted by the Moms for Liberty. Do you know in the state of New Jersey there are 80,000 homeschool children? That is the right of those parents. And what the Democrats are now trying to do is almost make it impossible for you to homeschool your children. That's your right. And if you do get the approval, they want you to build things into homeschool curriculum, which are the very reasons why you took your kids out of the public school to begin with. We're going to respect the parental rights under my administration. On day 1, I'm calling for the resignation of all those that sit on the State Board of Education that made all those very offensive changes to our public school curriculum. We'll get back to basics in teaching critical life skills, providing vocational training opportunities, because not all kids want or need to go to college. We'll do that with an age-appropriate curriculum and one that respects parental rights. Also on day 1, I replace everybody at the BPU, and you will get a rational energy policy. Now, has anybody seen what's going on? I know you have with your monthly electric bills. Okay? She's trying to blame that on the president. They broke it. They own it. This governor shut down 6 different electricity generation plants around this state. Didn't expand our nuclear footprint in South Jersey. Bet it all on wind. And over my dead body as your governor, there'll be no wind farms on our Jersey Shore, I'm telling you right now. We can lower electricity rates. My opponent last week came out with her energy master plan. It had illegalities in it. It had stupidities in it. And even the sitting governor slapped her down saying, I don't think you can do that. Okay, but you can expect more out of that from my opponent. But I'm not telling you what car you have to buy. We're getting rid of the electrical vehicle mandate. I'm not telling you what appliance you have to buy. I'm not telling you how to heat your home. I've already told you my position on wind farms. And if you like, at the supermarket, you can have back your plastic bags too. You know, Chairwoman, I could say I'm going to lower taxes. I get a nice little round of applause. I say I'm bringing back the plastic bags. It brings down the house every single time. Let me tell you what else we're going to do on day one. We're going before the state Supreme Court, and we're making an argument on two issues. One is we're going to stop the overdevelopment of our suburbs with this Mount Laurel housing doctrine. It's nothing more than social engineering. They like to portray themselves as the pro-environment Democrats, but they're taking Garden right out of the Garden State with all this overdevelopment. The other thing we're going before the state Supreme Court with is a new school funding formula to stop our suburban communities from getting screwed on school funding. We'll get our fair share of state aid for schools. Now, if by chance that Supreme Court is not in agreement with me and my Attorney General, know this, all is not lost. Governor Cettarelli gets to make two new Supreme Court state justices, and one of which is the Chief Justice. And I'm not just appointing Republicans, I'm appointing Republicans that agree with us on these issues, and we can change the complexion of our court. And it's great to have the president's active involvement. He and I spoke last week. We'll be together again over the Labor Day weekend, and we're going to look to deploy the president, the White House, in every way that we can. And I'm so very grateful for his active involvement. Certainly one of the highlights of the primary was when I was about to go out to an event just like this. We were having a pre-meeting like we were today. And my cell phone was in my back pocket as it is right now, and it just would not stop ringing. And each time it went in the voicemail, you could tell that they hung up and just dialed again 4 or 5 times in a row. And then my staff came over to me and said, you need to take that call. I said, well, who the hell is it? And they said, it's Air Force One. Maybe I should take that call. So I found a quiet space and I called back, and it was Deputy White House Chief of Staff James Blair. I said, James, it's Jack Cettarelli. So, Jack, great, I'm glad we caught you. You know, we're on the plane. We're on our way to Saudi Arabia for the investment forum. I said, great. He said, the president wants to talk to you. I said, put him on, James. Mr. President, Jack, how are you? I'm great, Mr. President. Congratulations on the tariff negotiations with England and India and China at the time, and best wishes on the investment forum. He said, oh, Jack, it's going to be great. How are things in New Jersey? I said, they're great, Mr. President. We're going to win this thing. He said, I know you are. And I know a few months back we talked about doing an endorsement. I've just been busy. I said, hey, Mr. President, I'm ready when you are. He said, well, I'm ready. He said, so, Jack, I'm ready to go. I said, okay, Mr. President. Then he went, Jack, this is the most beautiful endorsement. There are so many nice things in here about you. I wrote every line myself. You're going to love it. People are going to love it. I just want to check in with you before I hit the send button. I said, Mr. President, I'm honored. He said, we're good to go, Jack. We hung up, and 2 seconds later, he hit the send button, and all hell broke loose. It was wonderful. It's great to have his active involvement, is it not? The president right now is polling even Steven with Phil Murphy in this deep blue state of New Jersey. The president got 500,000 more votes in 2024 than Phil Murphy got in 2021. And I'm so very grateful of what he's done on behalf of New Jersey. And I remind people of it every day. What has he done? He's put a temporary halt on the wind farms off the Jersey Shore. I'll make that permanent. He supported a budget bill that quadruples the SALT deduction. He's beaten up on the New York Democrats over that congestion pricing plan. I know that's more important to people up north, okay? But these are all the things that he's doing to support New Jersey specifically, and he's all in on this race. So, guys, I couldn't be more excited about the future here. We're going to finish strong over these next 67 days after today, and I'm convinced we're going to deliver a win. But I need you all to do your part at the grassroots level. That's where the energy really starts. My job is to create energy from the top down. You create energy from the bottom up. Our county chairs, our local candidates. And each time I come here, Chairwoman, there's more and more people in this room. And I love what I see that's happening here in Camden County. And I know the former chair, Rich, is here tonight, but I think Rich will be the first to have met. Sometimes a change in leadership is good for the party, right? And so we've had change here in a couple other counties that I think is really, really healthy. But I like what I see here. So here's what I need y'all to do over the next 67 days. Everyone here is voting for me, I would think. Wow, we even got the staff excited. But the people who you come in contact every single day outside this room, whether it's your neighborhood, your work, your social networks, wherever, may not be voting at all. I believe this. The future of our state hangs in the balance. I'm not one that's ever one to stand up and say that this is the most important election of our lifetime, because quite frankly, I think every election is extremely important, equally important. But I do believe this. The future of our state hangs in the balance. And we cannot afford another 4 years of Phil Murphy from someone who's Murphy 2.0. Some people call her East Coast Kamala. I'm sticking with Murphy 2.0. She's endorsed every one of his failed policies. And don't make no mistake, he has failed us on taxes, on housing, on public education, on energy, on law enforcement. They broke it, they own it. So let's get after it and remind everybody in your sphere of influence, don't ever underestimate the power of the personal testimonial that each one of you has. Tell them you're invested. Tell them you know Chettarelli. Tell them what's at stake. Tell them why we got to make a difference this year. And I'm convinced if we all go out and do that, it's the call to action. We can make this happen. We're going to win this election. Guys, it's great to be in your company. Madam Chairwoman, you got your glasses? You ready to go? I say this time and time again, 1.6 million Republicans in New Jersey, 21 have the hardest job of all, our 21 county chairs, recruiting candidates, raising money, winning elections. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Guys, you know what the theme is for this campaign? It's time. It's time. Let's get it done. Let's get it done and win. Thank you all.
President Jack said that Mikey Sherrill is going to blame everything on President Trump. So I think that Mikey Sherrill should blame Jack's huge, magnificent victory on Donald Trump. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen for Jack and for all of us here in New Jersey. Listen, people stop me all the time and they say, wow, Sheriff Camden County, that's a huge undertaking. You have a lot of work to do. In my opinion, we have enormous potential here in Camden County.
Absolutely.
We lost the race last time by 42,000 votes. Guys, there are 70,000 people just in the city of Camden who don't vote. We can make a huge difference in Camden County for the Chettarelli campaign and for all of us. And we intend to work, like I said, work our butts off to make sure that happens for you, Jack. Thank you so much for coming down. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, we'll just take a minute. Maybe Jack wants to get a picture with the staff if you want to before he goes, and then we'll resume our program. Can somebody from the campaign, Drew, maybe you could take a picture of Jack with the staff before he goes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Where do you want?
I don't know, ladies, you want to come up and get a picture in front of the flag? Okay, terrific. All right, thank you. All right, we'll just take a break for a couple minutes and then we'll resume our program. Thank you all.
I love that.
That's just a group of three. Yeah, yeah. So I have table 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
where do we start with it?
Let's do table 1, 2. The first 7 is reserved. So let's do tables 1, 2, 3, and then.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought.
I was asking.
We're gonna resume the program momentarily, but in the interim, we're gonna start, inviting people to, go and partake of our buffet. So
Jersey Shore, we make our stand. Fighters take the stand from shore to shore. We reclaim the land, bring glory in every strand. In Jersey Shore, we make our stand.
is this loud in the microphone? This one's louder, I think. All right, here we go. All right, so I want to thank everyone for coming out again this evening and for contributing to our local, county, and assembly races. We could not fund these races without your support. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping, introduce some people who are critical to what it is that we do here. And then I'm going to give our candidates an opportunity to speak very briefly to all of you. So I'm Kimberly Stewart. I'm the chair of the Camden County Republican Organization. Thank you. And you may have heard me say this before. This is not about me. This is about all of us. I really appreciate and wish that Jack could have stayed. I appreciate what Jack said about everything that we're accomplishing here in Camden County, but this is 100% a group effort. I'm literally standing on a soda crate, like a milk crate that Brandon got from me because I couldn't see over the little podium here. This is absolutely a group effort here in Camden County. And when I say that Jack has been instrumental, a lot of people know this in this room. There was a lot of residual sort of friction of having a new chair in Camden County. And Jack has been instrumental in helping pull people together. And it is absolutely critical that we do come together. It is absolutely critical that everyone is working in the same direction, moving in the same direction, working to the same end. Just a funny thing. Andrew Carnegie said, put all your eggs in one basket and then watch that basket. We all need to put all of our resources and all of our efforts into one candidate, into one slate of candidates. And we need to work to make sure that we get these people elected. These guys, from Jack to our local candidates, are working tirelessly to get the word out, to let them know that there are Republicans in Camden, to let people know that there are Republicans in Camden County, to help us grow and change our party. Jack didn't win last time, we all know this, but throughout his campaign, he helped win us assembly seats. This is what Jack Chitterelli does as a person. This is what his sort of celebrity does in the state of New Jersey. And we have a fantastic opportunity this year to win in the state of New Jersey. And for that, I'm very grateful. So introducing now our vice chairman, who is still eating, I'm so sorry, Brandon Gleekus, who does a ton of work on a daily basis. He says, we have to do this. And I'm like, can you take care of that for us? He works very, very hard to make sure that everything happens here in Camden County and with the CCGOP. Stephanie Jones Freitag is our secretary. She's amazing. She could not be here this evening, but she is running for Waterford Council. She's running for re-election in Waterford. So she is our secretary. She's a committee person, and she's running for re-election in Waterford in what could be a control race. So it's really important that we support her. She's terrific. And then John Downham is our treasurer. John is here, and He helps to keep us in line, make sure that we're doing everything that we need to do. And we're very grateful for John and for Maggie, who is also instrumental in what it is that we do. Both John and Maggie are committee people in Haddon Township. And then finally, our Sergeant at Arms, Frank Choi, couldn't be with us tonight. I should take this opportunity to mention that on the 3rd of September, Wednesday evening, Frank Troy and a group of other individuals in Haddonfield. Frank Troy is the mayor, he's not the mayor. Frank Troy is a committee man who was just reelected in Haddonfield. He and a number of other individuals are hosting an event for Jack Chitterelli at Tavistock Country Club. If you know anybody who's interested in going to Tavistock Country Club, the base ticket price is $300. Please invite anybody you might know who might be interested in going to a fundraiser for Jack. Tonight's proceeds were for us. Those proceeds will go to Jack. If you know anybody who would like to attend that event, you can connect with me or any member of the executive committee. We'll be happy to provide you that information. And if you're on our mailing list, we'll be happy to get you that flyer. The MC for the event is Rich Zioli, and he does a terrific job of entertaining and hosting the event. So we have that happening. Let's see, I want to introduce just a couple dignitaries. First of all, we have Senator George Geist here, the lovely and talented Senator George Geist. We have Ocean County Chairman George Gilmore. Thank you, George, for coming. It's a hike from Ocean County, and Ocean County is a force to be reckoned with. I want to thank George for everything he does to help us here in Camden County, for all of the advice, for all of the guidance. Needless to say, we are not neighbors of Ocean County, and George does not need to come down here and meet with our local candidates and help our local candidates and fund our local candidates. But notwithstanding, George has been wonderful to us, and we're very, very grateful for his leadership and for his support. So thank you to George for that. Let's see. We have our New Jersey Federation of Republican Women president. We have Cindy Glazer. We have Claire Gustafson. And we have Denise Gonzalez. I saw Denise. There she is. Denise Gonzalez, who has recently taken over the Federation. Just a little plug for the Federation. It's $45 now? $45?
5 for women and then 40 for men.
45 for women and 40 for men? Hey, all right. We're gonna talk about this later, but for now, we can get you in at the low price of $40 if you're a guy and you want to join the Federation. I always love the Federation. They're wonderful. They help recruit women candidates. They help to support women candidates. They have to help to educate women candidates. And sorry to all the guys in the audience, we need more women in government. So thank you to the Federation for everything that they do. It's a wonderful organization. They have some terrific events. And Dr. Denise Gonzalez, if you'd like to join the local group. So with that, I want to introduce our legislative candidates. I'm going to ask them to keep their comments brief. They do have some events coming up. I want them to share that with you all. We did make a little money this evening, thanks to all of you, to help them in their races, but they need more, obviously. They're running against, as you all know, very powerful machines who are going to outspend them exponentially. I mean, I don't have to tell you what the dollars are, exponentially. We have, for the first time in a long time, the NJGOP helping us with literature from top to bottom. They're doing campaign literature that includes Jack, and it goes all the way down to the county candidates. We're very grateful for their support. I should also mention, relative to the gubernatorial race, we did not have, or I should say the governor's race did not have the support of the Federal Governors Association last time Jack ran. Jack does have the support of the Governors Association this time around, which is huge for them. Also, the Republican National Committee was not involved in New Jersey the last time Jack ran for office. The Republican National Committee is now involved and they actually have representatives working here in New Jersey, and we have a dedicated representative here in Camden County. I'm going to introduce the legislative candidates very, very quickly. But before I do that, I just want to mention, before I lose your attention, I want to mention two events. One, I was informed day before yesterday that Jack will be doing some campaign stops here in Camden County. On October 1st, Jack Chitterelli will be coming to Camden County. He will be stopping at Donkeys in the city of Camden around 4 o'clock. I don't have the exact time. I have the exact time if you want it, but we'll send out a flyer. I just don't have it off the top of my head. It might be 4:15, something like that. So he'll be in Donkeys in the city of Camden. He's going from there to Elsie's in Gloucester City. And then he has a meeting. And then finally, he'll be at Reunion Hall in Haddon Township. I did speak to our candidates from the city of Camden. We will be doing a register to vote in the city of Camden at Donkeys, probably from 1 to 4 that day before Jack arrives. So what we're looking for is great social media. We're looking to get people out. These are wonderful events. These are safe events. We want you to come out. We want you to represent. Just create some really positive energy. I'm a bit of an opportunist in this regard. I want to exploit these opportunities as best we can to get as much publicity and notoriety for all the great things that we're doing here in Camden County, and especially in the city of Camden. So that's October 1st. And then on September the 15th, we are having our monthly meeting at the Tap Room. So CCGOP is doing a monthly meeting at the Tap Room in Haddon Township. The owner is a diehard Republican, and he's hosting us in his banquet room. There's plenty of space there, so please come out for that. We have 3 speakers. We have Charles Hughes, who is an advocate with regard to the GCL line, the Gloucester-Camden line that's proposed to run through a handful of towns, Pittman and Nashua and Gloucester City, etc. So he's going to come out. He's going to talk to us about that. Francesca Muldrow is an environmental activist and a conservative. She's a professor at Rowan University, and she's coming out to talk to us about environmental issues happening in the city of Camden. I'm not going to take too much time to talk about this, but many of you have heard that there's a proposal to move the Camden County Jail from the city of Camden into the Pinelands down in Winslow. Not only is there a proposal that they would move the jail from the city of Camden to do some, high-level development for our buddy George, they also want to build high-density housing along with the jail in Winslow, which creates some particular environmental concerns. As if the Camden County does not get dumped on, let's keep it G-rated, as if Camden County does not get dumped on enough, the proposal would include building a jail for, Cumberland and Atlantic counties. So not only would we be building a jail for our Camden County residents out in Winslow, which, as you may know, is predominantly farmland, we would also be accepting Atlantic and Cumberland County prisoners and everything that goes along with that. So Ms. Muldrow is going to come and speak with us about that. And finally, as I mentioned, the RNC is involved. We have a representative. His name is Paul Petrini. He's been instrumental in working with Lynn Lippincott, and he will be working, Paul Petrini and Lynn Lippincott will be working with the folks at Board of Elections to ensure that our process is more robust and that some of the kinks that we've experienced in the past are worked out. And so Paul Petrini will be coming to let us know everything that the RNC is doing and everything that the RNC needs here in Camden County. I can tell you, as if you didn't know, the RNC is a well-oiled machine, and we are very, very grateful to have them be a part of what it is that they're doing here in Camden County. So please come out for those events. I asked you earlier to please try to reserve November 4th to take the day off to either be a challenger or a poll worker. We're outnumbered with regard to poll workers. And what happens is if we don't have enough Republican poll workers, then Someone has to fill those spots, and they get filled by Democrats. Sometimes they call themselves Republicans, sometimes they don't. So we need poll workers and we need challengers. Please try to take that day. We absolutely need your help. If you can't get there for whatever reason, or even if you can and you have more time to dedicate, we're doing phone banking, and we're doing get out the vote. We're working on mail-in ballots. So if you have time to dedicate, we would love to have you participate in our get out the vote efforts. We cannot have enough hands. So I ask you to consider that and let me know if you have the opportunity to volunteer. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our assembly candidates. And I guess we can start with Legislative District 5 or Legislative District 4 candidates couldn't be with us this evening. Just so everyone knows, running for us in Legislative District 4, we have Jerry McManus and Amanda Esposito. And they could not be with us tonight, but I'm sure they're doing something wonderful in support of their campaign. Legislative District 5, we have Constance Stitzel from Collingswood and Yelsa Gonzalez. So we'll ask them to come up and say a few words. And I think you're also vertically challenged, so you can use my crate.
Vertically challenged.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi. I'm not going to repeat all the things we're for that Jack mentioned. The parental rights, the education, the wind nonsense, the taxes. I don't need to repeat it, but there's something unique going on. We got 2 women in LD5 running this year. I mean, and the great thing is, we're not feminists, but we are feminists. We're feminists in a different way. Here's an illustration of what goes on in assembly in our state and why you need us in. On the last day before session closed, they wanted to bring out of committee fairness in women's sports, to vote for it. They couldn't get it out of committee to vote for it. They wanted to table it until they're out of recess, which is going to be until Thanksgiving. They didn't vote for it despite pleas from Republicans. However, what they did vote for that day was a cautionary ban for pregnant persons, so that they know where they can travel in the United States if they need reproductive services. So this was on the last day of session, and I find that a very peculiar priority. So we women support women in sports. We women support other women. In the budget, Murphy quadrupled $286 million for Planned Parenthood. What he did not include in that is help for pregnancy resource centers, not a penny. So are we supporting women all across the board? If you support one side, why not the other? We women support women, okay? So we're feminists of a different kind. I wanted to mention we're an LD5 women team, which is unusual. And we have a thing on our website that says women support women. So something we haven't said yet. We have on September 7th a fundraiser. So kind of you to come out tonight. This will be a little bit more mini. It's at the Cooper River Yacht Club on a Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Very chill. We'll have a single guitarist, and it should be nice. We're going to have Major Keith Walker speaking, who's a wonderful veteran. So we're going to have a different kind of a speaker that night. And Nils and I were put together on a ticket. We didn't know each other. We are thrilled to be working together. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and I'm so happy to know her now. If I get nothing out of this, it will be that I met Nilsa Gonzalez. So there you go.
Thank you. My homegirl, Connie. I absolutely love her. Before I start, I want to say thank you to someone here who probably does not get a lot of credit, but I feel like everyone here should know that I am a Republican because of this person, and that is Albert Olizzi, who stands over there. Let me tell you something. I worked at the law firm with Albert Olizzi, and he would come in with these bow ties, and he was like the flyest guy in the office. And I always just wanted to get to know more about him, but he would always speak about what the Republican Party stood for, and they stood for law and order. And here, I stand before you. I'm this little girl, right? Who would ever thought this little girl from the hood of Camden, right, would be standing here representing all of you. I am so proud to be up here and to bring forth change because the people in my hood, Camden, we want new leadership. Believe it or not, there's a big group of people in Camden who are ready to take down the machine, and I stand with them. Connie, I'm so glad to be running with you. We are complete opposites, but I always say it was love at first sight. Thank you to the leadership. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for giving us an opportunity. To Brandon over there, I always thought he was cool with his cowboy hat. I actually have one. I'll wear it at the next event. But listen, our campaign motto is legislation for the next generation. Okay, amen. God bless you all. Thank you. And I must say this. Did the speaker go out?
Here, use this one. I'll fix it. Go ahead. You might have to talk a little loud.
I need to say this to the women who came to the Camden County Commissioner meeting a couple weeks ago. We don't give enough credit to the people that pray for us, the people that keep us in prayer. Thank you to all of you. You're in the back, Mrs. Blakely. Thank you to you, your husband, and the other lady. I don't recall what her name is, but she was there too. Thank you for your prayers. They encourage us and they keep us. Thank you.
Thank you, Nielsen and Constance. Thank you very much. I can't stress enough. You guys are probably sick of me hearing it. Sick of me saying it. In the city of Camden, there are 70,000 people, 70,000 people who are eligible to vote, who are not registered to vote. They have about 7,000 people registered to vote. About 2,400 people will cast their votes. There is a humongous opportunity for us in the city of Camden. Adam Yambers, who I'll introduce in a minute, invited us to sort of a neighborhood community function at his church. And Nieves was there, Nielsen was there, Nicole Nance was there. There were Republicans, Independents, Democrats there. There are a lot of people. Everybody's a Democrat in the city of Camden. Everybody calls themselves a Democrat in the city of Camden. When I tell you that people in that room were so aligned with us on the issues, if you take away the R or the D and you talk to them about the issues, they are sick and tired of terrible schools. They are sick and tired of unsafe neighborhoods and streets. These are hardworking people, sometimes people who are working 2 jobs, trying to take care of their kids, keep their kids from getting in trouble, or from having people screw with their kids on the way home from school. I'm sorry to, they are like-minded. They are like-minded. We're going to be doing some events going forward between now and November in the city of Camden. I'm going to ask everybody, if you can get there, please get there. Help us register people to vote. Help us let people know who we are as Republicans. Talk to your friends and neighbors about what the issues are. Don't say I have to recruit you, like Nielsen says. Don't say you have to come and be a Republican. Just say, let me talk to you about some of the issues that we share in common, and you will find that they will come over to our side. And that's what I'm banking on. So, all right, enough of my lecture. I'm going to introduce our legislative 5 candidates, Pete Sykes and Jack Rankin, who have this beautiful banner here today. They were at the Statue of Liberty today. They are, what did I say? 6? I said 5. I'm sorry.
6.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But they were at the Statue of Liberty today. They're crisscrossing the state to try to get their campaign some additional momentum.
Right. We were with Jack Chittarelli this morning. We traveled with Jack, right? Twice in one day we see Jack. The women fight for women, but I'll tell you something, the men are fighting for women as well. This policy, they talk about 5756. There's actually 3 components to that policy 5756. One is the secrecy, right? If you have a child that thinks they're the opposite sex, they can go into their school system with no documentation, nothing from a doctor, nothing from a child psychologist, and simply this boy can say, I'm a girl. Now, I would expect If my son walked into Cherry Hill East in a dress, in high heels, with lipstick and earrings, I would expect that principal to pick up the phone and say, Mr. Brangin, you better come in here and pick your son up. There's something going on with him. This law does not require that. Now, there's two other components to this. It's not only the secrecy, it allows male young men to go into the girls' locker room. All they have to do is claim that they are female. They can go into the locker room. The other thing is if they feel as though they want to participate in girls' sports, all they have to do is say the word. They can get on the field hockey team. So, and what you're going to find out is you will have girls getting injured. Up in Massachusetts, it was a Rancocas High School where a girl on a field hockey team was playing against a male athlete who claimed he was female. She took a ball right to the chin, knocked their teeth out 1 degree higher, and that ball is in her temple. So there's a very real safety factor here. So this is all coming from the Democratic Party. The thing that we learned, and Constance can bear this out, no matter how immoral, no matter how unethical, no matter how bad the laws are in Trenton, there's more Democrats than there are Republicans. We're going to change that in November. We're going to flip Camden County. We're going to turn us red.
I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We appreciate your support. You know, you saw Jack Chittarelli here earlier, and the amazing things that he said. He can get a lot done, but he's going to need the majority in the assembly. We have to flip 13 assembly seats. Okay. Right now we have 4 counties right here, right? 8 or 4 legislative districts. I'm sorry, 8 candidates. I think we're going to be able to do it. People are tired. You know, right now the Democrats, their failed policies have us under more water than climate change ever will. All right, and we need to go ahead and take advantage of this momentum, and we're going to do it. And the most important thing that I see right now, the thing that gives me the most hope, is that the 4 candidates you've seen come up here, we're just normal people. We were never politicians before this. All right, we're coming out here. We're tired of the way that things have been going, and people are standing up to fight back against it. So, Kim, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to run. While everybody else was leaving New Jersey to move down to Florida, God called me home to take the fight. And here I am on the front lines. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Katie, Jack. We also have county candidates with us. If you'd like to come up and say a few words, you're welcome. If not, I'll just ask you to stand up and wave so people know who you are and people can speak with you in the last time that we have here this evening. We have Christian Navarro is not here. His mom is sick and he couldn't be with us. Let me just say something about Christian Navarro for those of you who don't know. Christian Navarro and his group in the city of Camden have registered about 50 people this year. It's huge. They are doing amazing, amazing work in the city of Camden under the leadership of Christian Navarro, and more to come, I'm sure. They have terrific energy there, and I'm really grateful that he is running for us for commissioner. We have with us Rob Stone, who's running for commissioner from Shopford. He is a Shopford Canadian. We have Shane Bernard, who is right here in front of me, and I couldn't see him. Also running for commissioner. And we have Adam Nieves, who is the partner in crime to Chris Navarro. And again, Adam he's doing wonderful work in the city of Camden. He's a veteran. He is a CPA. CPA?
Sorry?
CPA?
No.
Bachelor's in Finance from Rutgers. Do you want to say a few words, Christian?
Yes,
He's doing a great thing for us. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Kimberly. I just want to thank you so much. Kimberly's leadership has been phenomenal. She's a great leader and she's doing great things for this organization. I just want to say that Camden County is very essential, is very vital. In my opinion, Camden County is the South Jersey version of Hudson County, because Hudson County Jersey City, Hoboken, Weehawken. It's right across Manhattan, right across New York City. Camden County, the city of Camden, Gloucester City, right across from Philadelphia. You know, right in between two major cities in this country. So Camden County has a lot of potential, and there's so much things that we can do. And our goal as Republicans is to flip Camden County red. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. God bless America, and make New Jersey great again. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Adam. Before we adjourn, I would like to just mention a couple people who are with us tonight, including our councilman from Berlin Borough, Carl Mascarenas. I think you might have run out. Carl is with us. For those of you who don't know, Carl and his colleagues won in Berlin Borough. Next year will be a control race, so we will be working on that. In Berlin Township, we have a 3-person race, and they have a really good shot of winning. So anybody who wants to get involved and contribute to a local campaign, Berlin Township is the place to be. Is Tony here tonight? Tony, I'm not sure if he was here. He bought a ticket, but I'm not sure he's here. They have an event coming up. For anyone who's on our mailing list, I will get you that information. It's a wine and cheese, and it's in the next 2 weeks. So please come out and support those guys. I want to help everybody who, first of all, again, bought a ticket, came out tonight, is supporting our candidates, and everyone who took part in putting this event together. Alicia Liwak, Anna Marie Capaldi, Shirley Delfito, Shane Renat, for helping me list up the Blakeley's, for singing our national anthem and helping me set up the audio. Is there anybody I missed? Where's Brandon? Brandon for doing a million little things that I said, can you please just take care of this? Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is 100% a group effort to get anything done. We have so much potential in Canyon County, and we have so much work to do. I am grateful that all of you have allowed me to be your chair for the last year. I'm grateful for everyone's support and participation. As I say over and over and over again, it is never, ever about me. It's about CCGOP. It's about moving our organization forward. I want you to know that win or lose for all of our county and statewide candidates, these people are going out, they are representing us beautifully, and they are helping us to build and grow our organization. We are the army that gets people elected. We are building a credible organization that will continue to recruit fantastic, amazing, huge, stupendous. We're at Trump. I have to lay this on you guys. We're going to recruit amazing candidates going forward, and it's only with your help and support. One more thing I mentioned, Dave Tagliaferro is here from Scott Pressler's Early Vote Action. I want to thank Dave. He does not live locally. It took him probably 2 hours to get here after a long day of registering probably 100 people to vote. So thank you for Dave for being here. Did I miss anyone, Brandon, or anything? Barbara McCormick is here. Thank you to her for being here. Thank you to our sponsors. Finally, thank you to our sponsors, George Gilmore and Shane Hensey, for sponsoring our event. Brandon? I did get Senator Geist. How can I forget Senator Geist? Senator Geist, would you like to say a few words? You're always great for a few words in a cheerleading session. There you are, sir. Thank you, Senator Geist.
The best words to be said right now are good night. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Last but not least, there are a lot of new people here. If you see someone you do not know, please go over, shake his or her hand, invite that person to come back and be a part of what it is that we're doing on a daily basis. I can tell you, no matter what your skill set, we can use your help, and we want you to be a part of what we're doing here. So please welcome anyone new. Mr. Maury.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention today is the 43rd wedding anniversary of John and his wife here.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations to John and Abigail, and thank you for sharing your special day with us. There will be a medal award ceremony following this presentation. All right, thank you all. Safe travels home, and thank you all for being with us. Have a good night.
Jersey Shore, we make a stand.